So I've gotten the question, why am I deciding to do chemo when I have informed you all that my tumor was removed and I'm currently cancer-free based upon the scans that have been done post-surgery. I'm going to explain to you why, what my thought process was, and how I came to the decisions that I have made. Let me start by saying that all of my decisions have been informed decisions. I think that is the most important thing, that you do your own research, you get a second opinion. You might have to rely on AI like ChatGPT, which is what I did, to break down my test results into edible bites that I can understand. And it's data driven. I asked for the data on possible outcomes. You have to get all the information. You just can't say, I'm gonna take what my doctor says as the truth, the light, and the way. I think that's very important, that anything that you in life, whether it's medical, whether it's has to do with your house and getting something major fixed, get estimates, comparisons. When it comes to schools, do your research. What's the best school for your kid? And what's the best school for you to maybe go to in higher education? What they offer? What is going to be the best for the major you want to pursue in your goals and aspirations? It also applies to employment. What is going to be the best company for you to pursue, and what do you think is going to be a good fit? During the interview process, ask about work-life balance, because it's not important to everybody, but it's important to most people who are parents and just trying to make an overall better life for their kids. So I did that. I researched everything, whether it comes to me or dealing with my parents who were in their late 80s and their care needs and financial things. You just have to make sure you do your due diligence. I got the second opinion and I did the research through AI, through ChatGPT, and through my biopsy. It came back that I'm HER2 positive, which happens to be a very aggressive type of cancer. So within 11 months, it grew to a tumor, a mass. I also had 3 other spots that were suspicious looking, and one of those other spots turned into be a very small cancerous spot. It wasn't really a mass because it's so small. That played a part in one of the reasons why I got a mastectomy. I ended up doing a bilateral because I'm like, what I do to one, I might as well do the other. And also lowered my risk of having recurrence in the other breast from 20% to 3 to 4% recurrence. So that was my decision. I didn't know what those other spots were until they were removed from my body. I didn't know if they were cancerous or not. I would have had to have them all 3 biopsy, which is something I just wasn't going to do. It was called satellite disease. That is why I had the bilateral mastectomy. It was HER2 positive, negative receptors, and it was grade 3. And I asked, what's the highest grade you can have? And grade 3 is the highest grade that you can have. That's why I decided to have them removed. And I'm cancer free right now. However, because that type of a cancer is very aggressive, they wanted to be cautious and for me to do chemo so that it won't come back anywhere else in my body, which I'm good with. Again, I did the research. I had a second opinion, sometimes a third opinion, and they told me the same thing, that chemo was recommended. I know some people are like, you shouldn't be putting these toxins in your body. You can take care of it through alternative medicine or a holistic approach. Now, I do believe in changing my lifestyle has helped, and it will help. And going more to an alternative medicine, a holistic approach combined with the science will prove to be very successful for me. I'm the type of person who does not believe that you should do one over the other. I think the combination of the two is best for me, but you have to decide what is best for you. I have this recipe book where the guy had cancer. I think he had colorectal cancer. So he opted not to do chemo, and he's been cancer-free for 17 years, but he went on a very strict plant-based diet. That's all he eats, plant-based, for 17 years. And happy it worked for him, but I don't think that's going to work for me. I am not that dedicated to becoming a vegetarian or a vegan. But I feel that the changes that I have made have positively impacted my overall health. For instance, my blood pressure is lower, my cholesterol is at optimal peak performance right now. I had high cholesterol before, altering my diet, and I am 1/10 of a point from to getting off the pre-diabetic list. I've had issues with that for a few years. So my lifestyle change has positively impacted my life. Now, I've known people who have done one over the other, whether it's science or the holistic alternative approach, and I've known people who've died from both of those. I had stage 1, so I caught it early, which is very fortunate for me, and people don't catch it until it's stage 2, stage 3, and sometimes stage 4. So I don't believe in ignoring the science, but I also don't believe in ignoring the alternative medicine and holistic approach either. Because if you believe in God or a higher being, he helps those who help themselves. If you're not trying to help yourself get better, then don't rely on a higher being to help you get better. Faith is important to me because I do believe that faith has brought me through some of the dark points in my life. This year has been the imperfect storm for me with the job loss, my parents' health issues, and then my health issues. I feel that my faith and believing in something has helped me. Also, a positive attitude is very important because if you don't have a positive attitude about where you are in life, you're never going to get out of where you are. A positive attitude just makes the world of difference. This is why I made the decisions I made. I feel at peace with my decisions. I'm happy with my decisions, and I think those were the best decisions that I could have made given the circumstances and the data that I had, the information, working with my medical team, and talking to other people who have gone through what I've gone through and what decisions they made. Their opinion counts to me. They have a lot of information and they have a lot of tips, tricks, and recommendations that you can use that have been quite helpful. And again, having people in your corner and they're there to encourage you and uplift you is the most amazing thing to have. So at some point in your life, not even if you're going through a medical problem, at some point in your life, you have to reflect on the people who are surrounding you and say, is this person negative? Is this person gonna help me grow and keep me grounded? Do we have the same goals in life? So at some point you have to reflect. Those people might have to not be a part of your life anymore. That's my story. I hope my advice and my words have a positive impact on you. And if they do, please leave me a comment and we can uplift each other.